Hi, I'm John Buller. I'm going to show you how to cut dovetail joints. This is the wood I'll use to make the tails. Just check that it's square. And this will make the pins that go between the tails. For marking out, I use a marking gauge, a fine knife and a pencil. I'll take the marking gauge, set it to the thickness of the pins and use that to mark the shoulder lines on both sides. Now I'll clamp it in the vise just above the shoulder line, then mark with a pencil the position of the 5 sockets between the dovetails. Now I'll take the dovetail saw, position it on the pencil mark, tilt it over slightly and start to cut. Then we tilt the other way for the opposite side of the tails. I'm going to take the wood out of the vise and use a chisel to chop the sockets out between the dovetails. Now it's important the chisel is vertical so that the base of the sockets are square. I'll turn the wood over and chop from the other side. And there we have it, a complete set of dovetails. At this stage, the shape and size of the tails doesn't matter too much, but the pins that go between them have to be an exact fit. Now I'm going to take the tails and adjust the marking gauge to the exact depth to make the shoulder line for the pins. Now I'll clamp the wood for the pins in the vise and lay the tails on top. I'm going to take a fine tip knife and use the tails as a template to mark out the size and position of each pin. And again take the dovetail saw, and this time with the blade completely vertical, keeping the saw vertical, turn it the other way for the other sides of the pins. That's the sides cut off the pins. Now I'm going to use a coping saw to cut out the sockets between the pins. Last one, number 4. Now I'll turn the pins on their side, pick up the dovetail saw to cut the shoulders of the socket to take Dovetail number 5. We're nearly there now. The coping saw doesn't get quite to the bottom of these sockets, so I'm going to use a chisel to pare them down. All we have to do now is knock the pins in between the dovetails. They should be tight, but not too tight. Thanks for watching this short video on dovetailing. I'm John Buller. There's a lot more in my book, Cabinet Making, a Foundation Course, also published in the USA as Furniture Making, a Foundation Course.